Do you find yourself making wrong decisions in your life and having to sift through the consequences of those decisions? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on The Voice of Faith. James chapter 3, verses 14 through 16. But if you have bitter envy and strife in your hearts, do not boast and do not lie against the truth. This wisdom descends not from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, and devilish. For where there is envy and strife, there is confusion and every evil work. You know, I've discovered over the years of pastoring and walking with people, and even in my own life and my own experiences, I remember one time there was a guy that I had some strife over in my own heart. And it just seems like there was always something that I was having to deal with in that season of life. Eventually, I blew up on that relationship and just told him things that I shouldn't have. And listen, I was a saved Christian, and I allowed that to happen in my life. And the Bible tells us when you have bitter envy and strife in your hearts, do not boast. The Bible says that that wisdom is not from God. It's earthly, it's unspiritual, and it's even devilish. And where envy and strife is, there's confusion in every evil work. What do you mean confusion? That means you don't really, you're not even discerning what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. You begin to make wrong decisions in your life. You're kind of confused in the decision making of life, and you begin to do foolish things in your life. I've seen that happen with multitudes of Christians, believers that really once loved God, and they allowed a little bit of bitterness in their life, a little bit of strife in their life and in their hearts, and it caused them to be confused, and they begin to make wrong decisions in their life. So what I want to say to you today, many of you are listening to me, and you might think, well, this applies to somebody else. But I'm telling you, a lot of people struggle with this. I've heard people say little things like, well, I'll just keep my mouth shut. Or, really there's some strife in your heart. Or, I would talk to them, but. And there's just some strife in their heart. You know what? If you have something against somebody, go ahead and have a civil conversation with them. All confrontation doesn't need to be bad. I always call it, I like to say it this way, you can have you can confront with excellence. That means go into it with a positive attitude, that you're trying to resolve something that you may not understand totally. When you go in there and you resolve it, then listen, it's going to free up your heart. And when it frees up your heart, your heart's not going to be mixed with strife, and therefore you're going to go ahead and start making wise decisions in your life, and you'll see the consequences of those wise decisions. It'll be good stuff instead of bad stuff. I hope that helps you. I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm believing God's best and greatest for you. And don't forget, if you work the word will work.